Hello, I'm Richard Milton. I have studied engineering. Now I'm a journalist by profession. But my work is with science. My focus is on science. I have written some books on science too. Oh, my religious views. I'm an atheist. I do not believe in God. I do not believe in religion. But I do not believe in Darwinian evolution as well. Yes, I don't believe in Darwinism. The atheists, they force normal people to believe in this fairy tale, and I speak against it. I get hurt when I see the young children reading these fairy tales. So I write against it, I speak against it. But a scientist like me became an obstacle in my way. A zoologist of Oxford named Richard Dawkins. I have written in my book about him and what he did with my articles and with me. You can see them here.
I experienced this kind of witch hunting activity by the Darwinist police when I first published Shattering the Myths of Darwinism and found myself subjected to a campaign of vilification. It was disappointing to find myself being described by a prominent academic, Oxford zoologist Richard Dawkins, as loony, stupid, and in need of psychiatric help, in response to purely scientific reporting. The Facts of Life, Shattering the Myths of Darwinism p. 268. Behind my back, Dawkins was writing letters to newspaper editors alleging that I am a secret creationist and hence not to be believed. Dawkins contacted the editor of Times Higher Educational Supplement, Oriole Stevens, falsely alleged that I am a secret creationist, and covertly lobbied against publication of my article. Although he had not seen it, the editor of the paper gave in to this bullying and suppressed my article. I found this kind of bullying, bad faith, and intellectual dishonesty in prominent academics both depressing and a little disturbing. It is like lifting a corner of the veil of civilized behavior and finding something like intellectual fascism hiding underneath. Here is little sign of it on the surface unless, like me, you begin to ask controversial questions. For anyone, anywhere, to say that I am a creationist, a secret creationist, a creationist ally, or any other such weasel word formulation, is an act of intellectual dishonesty by those who have no other answer to the scientific objections I have raised publicly.
Günther is a German paleontologist. He works with fossils. He used to work in the State Museum of Natural History, Stuttgart, Germany. His research papers have been published in many famous peer-reviewed journals. Recently, when he pointed out that he was against Darwinian evolution, he was kicked out of the State Museum of Natural History, and that wasn't the end. The Wikipedia page of this famous scientist has been erased too.
Yes, every day goes to the day. Once I was called the spiritual leader by the atheist. I had given almost my whole life to widen and preach atheism. I went to debates to Christian independence a lot of times. The philosophical is with which atheist means I want to take it in my but in 2004, I made a video. I took the opinion. I didn't believe in fitting into this. Yes, I did a piece after I was my whole life to be. In 2007, I wrote a book on the existence of God, my story. The name of the book was There Was a God, How the World's Most Notorious Atheist Changed His Mind. In 2007, my age was 84, so I couldn't write any better because of some physical problems. That's why I took the help of why I'm writing. Anyways, it is very disrespectful and an aberration of the atheist religion if such a huge being becomes a priest overnight. And he needs to be said to the family extremism, and that's where the darkness moves James graduation. With the darkness, I can't mean it is good with God saying this.
We might be seeing something similar today in the overpublicized tergiversations of the philosopher Antony Flew, who announced in his old age that he had been converted to belief in some sort of deity, triggering a frenzy of eager repetition around the internet.
The New York Times attacked me too, saying that I have been creating in my old age. This said that the words in the book were not mine, but of what I am values. Anyway, I replied to them. I replied to this headline saying,
My name is on the book and it represents exactly my opinions. I would not have a book issued in my name that I do not 100% agree with. I needed someone to do the actual writing because I'm 84 and that was Roy Varghese' role. The idea that someone manipulated me because I'm old is exactly wrong. I may be old but it is hard to manipulate me. That is my book and it represents my thinking.
The world-renowned medical journal, the International Journal of Cardiology, is published by an organization named Elsevier. This journal accepted a paper in 2009. The paper's name was The Heart and Cardiovascular System in the Qur'an and the Hadith. The things which is mentioned in the Qur'an and the Hadith about the heart and the cardiovascular system is compatible with modern medical science. The article was about this. The interesting thing is, the atheists just couldn't take it in that such an article like this is going to be published in such a famous journal. That time, Bangladeshi blog founder Abhijit Roy gets a few atheists together and overnight starts a campaign against the publishing of this paper. Abhijit Roy had even sent an application to the editor of the journal. But with water in the eyes and noses of the atheists, the paper, The Heart and Cardiovascular System in the Qur'an and the Hadith, was published in 2010. Saifur Rahman, a friend of mine, doing a PhD at Cambridge University on molecular biology, but he doesn't believe in Darwinism. Sometimes he says a few things about the fairy tale theory of Darwinism. But the thing which happened, a few days ago, an atheist professor from a private university of Bangladesh sent an mail to the department of Brother Saiful. He has written in the mail,
how does a man who doesn't believe in Darwinian evolution study at Cambridge on biology?
Look how concerned these atheists are for Darwinism.
Like all other religions, atheism is a religion too. Like other religions, religiosity, these people have atheisticity. When this atheisticity gets hit with something, they force the editor of a journal not to publish the paper of someone else. Few times they kick someone out. They attack people saying crazy because of old age. Try to stop the publishing of a paper by sending application to the editor of the journal. Other times, they send mail directly to the institute of a person. This religion of atheism has preachers too. Atheists believe in these preachers with their eyes and mouths closed. At the end of the day, they react too.